What's going on, guys? It is the first week of August on the Sacramento River, and I'm going to show you guys a few locations if you're still trying to get on some striper. There's still some locals around. There's a lot of shakers, but they are definitely catching some stripers and catfish on the Sac River. So I'll show you guys here on the map where they're located, and it's usually around Hood Franklin, somewhere around that area. The striper are kind of hanging there. They're catching some keepers, a lot of shaker around there. I've also heard around Knight's Landing area, like I said, just maybe one or two keepers, but a lot of shakers are being caught. Some decent sized catfish at nighttime. So if you guys are trying to go for catfish, I would definitely hit up the Knight's Landing area. They're doing pretty good for catfish out there. Some nice bullheads I've seen caught, and just a bunch of shaker striper right now, guys. So I would say head towards that Hood Franklin area, all the way to close to the mouth of the delta. I think the delta's just, they're spread it out too much in the delta, and they're just headed all back to the ocean from there. So I think your best bet if you're trying to catch some striper still is going to be around that Hood Franklin area and towards the delta. Somewhere in that general area is going to be pretty decent right now. There is still some keeper stripers being caught on the Sacramento River. It's going to be more of afternoon or nighttime, and most likely you're going to catch them right now on some kind of cut bait or some kind of bait period. Definitely some big swim baits and things like that. Swim baits are really good at nighttime or early mornings if you're trying to get on a striper still. But also I wanted to talk to you guys today about something that's really important that happens to the water, happens to lakes, but it also happens to rivers and oceans too. It's called thermocline. And what thermocline is it's pretty much when you hear somebody saying, oh, the lake's turned over, it turned over. Well, that's what they're talking about, is the thermocline. And what that is it's a separation in the water of the cold water separating to the warm water. And what happens is the stuff drops down below that threshold there, the thermal line, and once the stuff drops below there, the oxygen levels start depleting. All the dead things are taking up all the oxygen. So the fish actually like to go up above that level there, where it's still comfortable, where the water's not too hot. So that's why around these times you'll be finding top water afternoons are really good. It's because the fish are coming out later on when it's cooler, obviously, but also when there's less light and less people around. So usually around here, our lakes and rivers just turn over one time on a thermocline, and it's what happens is the water is really cool, especially on the bottom. It gets cooler on the bottom than compared to the top. So what happens is the sun comes out, starts baking on top of the water, and the water from the surface and then down starts getting warmer and warmer and warmer. And what that does is it creates a barrier line. You guys bring a lot of mosquito spray because it's in the middle of the day. I'm on the Sacramento River getting eaten up.